And here we go. Clemson controls the tip in the road white, and the Tide in the crimson. Inside to R.J. Godfrey, well known in these parts, played last year at Georgia, and he puts Clemson on the board.
And that's a little glimpse of the tone that will be set by Clemson. This is a team that relies on their interior play. Godfrey getting it started with a beautiful post move.
Amari Allen attacking the basket, and boy, as the freshman looked good in recent weeks.
Well, he set that up with a beautiful pump fake, got a defender up in the air, and was able to get all the way to the cup.
Well, Alabama tonight is playing without their starting two-guard, Aiden Holloway, who re-aggravated a wrist injury earlier this week in practice. That's why Amari Allen makes his first collegiate start tonight for the Tide.
Well, this coaching staff at Alabama speaks highly of Amari Allen. He said he's a confident freshman who's not afraid to compete on both ends of the court.
Philon drills a three. A good start for the third leading scorer in the SEC.
Labaron Philon out to a tremendous start in his sophomore campaign, shooting the ball with a lot of confidence. He's a player that can fill it up in bunches.
There's Jake Wallin, one of a number of newcomers sent back by Sherrell. Dylan Hunter runs the point, the lone returner who saw any court action last year. Welling off the mark, rebound, Bo Bowen.
Two huge contests by Aiden Sherrell in the low post. That'll be critical for Alabama moving forward.
Philon kissing it off the window.
There you see a little glimpse of his crafty ability. He's able to keep the defender on his hip and change his pace, finding his way all the way to the basket.
Only player in the SEC right now in the top three in scoring and assists. Labaron Philon has been a star to start the year. And Hunter draws a foul. Returns home after a three-game swing at the tournament in Vegas, Players Era Festival. 2 double-digit wins after a loss to a top 15 Gonzaga team in which Nate Oates said they learned a lot about themselves. Bo Bowen wins it back, less than 10 to shoot. Philon left open for three.
Labaron Philon filling it early on, and the scramble after the near turnover results in a wide open Philon for the corner trade.
Already 8 quick points for Philon tonight. Try to go backdoor to Houston Millette. Clemson with 2 big wins against West Virginia and Georgia, both by 1 possession to win the Charleston Classic. Godfrey sent back by Sherrell. Second block already tonight for the Alabama big man.
Sherrell's been a huge presence down low defensively.
Bo Bowen from downtown. Red hot start for Alabama. 3 for 3 from distance.
Nate Oates couldn't have scripted it any better for his Alabama team, as Clemson, as you'll see, will continue to work this ball around in the half-court set, trying to get to their high-low. Their strength is to get it down in the interior.
Speaking of, Godfrey spins and knocks down that baby hook.
Tremendous level of patience by the Tigers on the last possession. But it's going to be important for Clemson to put together a string of stops defensively as Alabama's on tear.
Speaking of, good for Amari Allen.
And the patience for Alabama on the flip side as Bo Bowen turned up a good shot for a better one for his teammate.
Richard Hendricks with you. And Richard, what a start for Alabama. They have missed just once from the floor, and they've hit 4 threes to start the game.
And assisted with 4 assists early on. It's the ball movement that had created the open looks.
They've gotten some good defense as well. A couple blocks from Sherrell. That's a steal.
Alabama will try to move the ball from side to side. You know, we spoke with Nate Oates early on, and he spoke his team shoots so much better when they get better ball movement. Seems to be an emphasis so far.
Almost a wholesale change for Brad Brownell. Inside to R.J. Godfrey. Kick out. Foster no good from downtown. Third opportunity here. But a Johnson no good, and a tap out back to Foster.
Outstanding effort by Clemson on the offensive boards to give another crack at it as they set something up.
Noah Williamson stepping out 30 feet from the basket. 5 to shoot. Foster. There's a lid on the basket on this side. Labaron Philon, a hot start. 8 points on 3 for 3 shooting. Probes and kicks, and the hot start continues. Alabama Jemison for 3.
Alabama's done a really good job of being patient, taking good shots within their offensive sets rather than rushing them and shooting against contests.
They have hit all 5 3-point opportunities. Meanwhile, Clemson has hit none, and that has been the difference in the game to this point.
A big difference has also been the offensive rebounding of Clemson. But look at the patience of this set for Alabama. Labaron Philon probing as he snakes that ball screen, finds London Jemison wide open, knocks down the corner 3 ball. On the defensive end, Alabama struggling as far as boxing out.
5 players on this roster that have played in the NCAA tournament.
Well, their program starts with the culture has been built by Brad Brownell. They're going to be built off of grit. They're going to play tough, connected team basketball. And when you play that way with the level of physicality on the defensive end, you will always be in the game. They found themselves down early, but look for this team to continue to battle back.
Open 3, Bull Bowen. First miss from distance for Bama, but there is Bethea to clean it up. And his first points in an Alabama uniform.
Jalil Bethea active on the offensive rebounding, a huge stick back to continue this momentum for the Tide.
7-0 Alabama run. Nothing has come easy so far in the first half for Clemson offensively.
Well, it's due to this defensive activity for Alabama as they have been active on the perimeter.
Shooting less than 25%. They're 3 for 14 from the floor. Deep 3. Here comes Zach Foster. Godfrey. Buckner on the drive. Cannot bank it home.
It's been tough for Clemson early on. They've had some quality looks, but the ball just rimming out.
Hannah rhythm 3. Foster's open, home run pass. Reverse won't go. Welling there to clean it up, and that stops a 12-run Alabama run.
And really good hustle there by Welling to get back into that play after the defensive attempt by Alabama forced the errant shot.
Now Butta Johnson defending Philon. Brad Brownell told us they would throw multiple bodies at him throughout the night. Jemison a 3. His second of the half.
London Jemison locked and loaded. He's really shown a lot of promise as this freshman stepping up in a big role.
Coming off back-to-back double-digit performances and wins over Maryland and UNLV. Welling tries a 3. And Clemson remains over from distance. Jemison again.
The heat check. You know, as a young player, that's one that you have to trust the system. You've knocked down a couple of 3 balls. You have to trust that it's going to come back around to you. He was able to knock down 2 threes when his feet were set in a wide open look as R.J. Godfrey with a muscle move down low.
You think they need more of that?
I do, but at the same time, they have to get stops on the defensive end. Clemson's going to have to figure out to turn some defense into offense to get some easy baskets. Every one of their baskets has been earned down low.
Ball Bowen from way downtown.
It's a three-point barrage for Alabama, and it's coming as it's been distributed all the way around on this roster.
Back inside Godfrey, left it off the Players Era tournament in Vegas. Best three-game stretch of his young career here at Alabama.
Well, I think this kid has a lot of potential. At 6'11", 250 pounds, he's leaned up in the offseason, which has allowed him to be a little bit more agile and more bouncy. It showed already early on with his rim protection, blocking shots, and contesting. I think he has a lot of potential. If he can stick with being a little bit more dominant down low in the paint to add to his soft touch, the sky's the limit for him.
Extra pass, Sherrell sent back, and there is a foul. Like the BYU Cougars, and you know where I'm taking this, Richard.
Where
Hendricks.
are you taking this?
The Cougars, right now, if we had a true bracket, they would be left out of the college football playoff. I'm going to campaign for them for a second. That would be a travesty if an 11-1 Power 4 conference team did not make the CFP.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to agree with you, but I'm telling you, a lot of the people who are here checking out the team in Clemson is only concerned if one team is in the bracket.
You're absolutely right about that. And they're probably rooting against BYU this weekend, who's playing in the Big 12 championship game against Texas Tech on Saturday.
Well, I think more than anything, they're rooting for Alabama to win in the Southeastern Conference Championship against Georgia. I think a mentality that has to be had for Alabama in basketball and football is you take on the best talent and you want to win it. And there's a win defensively for Alabama.
We talked so much about this Alabama offense, but boy, has their defense been stingy tonight. What stood out to you on that side of the floor?
Well, first you have to look at this is a team that has really good positional size, and they're versatile. They're able to switch ball screens, and they're able to contest with block shots at the rim. When they get in trouble, they hustle and scramble pretty well, and they communicate. So this is a team when they have it rolling defensively and playing connected with the complementary style offensively to defensively. Makes them hard. Alabama's had some struggles at the free throw line. As you can see, there's an opportunity to make the switch as London Jemison right there as Philon was beat by Justin Porter, stepped up in recovery and switched that. The versatility of Alabama defensively is giving Clemson some troubles.
Foster, floater with the foul. Guard multiple positions as well.
He definitely has that versatility, and that's exactly why this coaching staff is thrilled about his potential.
Philon had 8 early points. He's been quiet since. Under 6 minutes to play in the opening half here in Alabama. 15-point tied lead. That one was tipped into the hands of Ace Buckner.
Great hands by Clemson.
Porter relocates. And offensive rebound, fresh 20, inside to Welling. Boy, that shot was errant and forced by great defense of Aiden Sherrell.
Did an outstanding job of holding his ground. Stayed on the ground for the jump pump fakes. This is good defensive positioning. Stays in position through the pump fakes and the pivots and contests high. And this one's headed to Alabama.
Rolled at a jump ball. Possession arrow tied. Well, if you're just joining us, have hit 7 threes in the first half, and they got.
As Philon will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
Philon, the preseason All-SEC first teamer. Of course, he entered his name in the 2025 NBA draft. Went through the combine. It was expected by just about everybody, Richard, that he was going to go. And then on the final day, where players had to make their decision, he calls up Nate Oates and says, "Coach, what would you think if I came back and played another year?" Nate Oates said, "Let's go win one."
Well, I'll tell you, it's the toughest decision to make when you have to enter the NBA draft and decide if you want to stay in college or go back to the pros, and you don't have a bad choice. A lot of times when you have one decision push you one way or the other, that's a beautiful floater there. It's a hard decision to make, but Philon has come back in his sophomore year, taking on a little bit more of a leadership role, and he's answered the bell with his beautiful moves.
How about that pass to Bull Bowen? extra pass, Millette. Counted in the foul.
Bowen cutting to the basket, had a layup, gave up an easy shot for another open one as Millette repositioned himself in the corner, and he knocks it down. Strong hedge on that ball screen by Williamson.
Buckner at 3, his first points of the night.
That's a big basket there for Clemson. Buckner's getting freed up. They're going to have to figure out how to capitalize on these open looks on the perimeter.
There's Amari Allen. Philon picked up by Dylan Hunter. Sizing him up. Philon fade away off the heel. Godfrey fighting for the rebound, and he last touched it. It'll be Alabama Crimson Tide. Big opportunity for the Clemson Lady Tigers.
Sean Poppy coming over in his second year at Clemson from Chattanooga. He's done a really good job. They'll take on Christy Curry's squad. She's reloading an undefeated season after trying to replace 3 girls drafted to the WNBA. Should be a really good showdown on the women's side.
That game tips tomorrow night, 7 Eastern on ESPNU. Great backdoor feed. Godfrey finds Foster. And Clemson trying to chip away at this deficit before halftime. 3 minutes and change to go.
Trying to jump into a little bit of pressure. Clemson is going to have to turn up the heat to see if they can generate some offense by way of getting stops on the defensive end.
And Amari Allen whistled for the travel.
And Nate Oates is saying he doesn't believe that was a travel. As Amari Allen came to a jump stop, he lifted his pivot foot and didn't put the last one back down. As that, I believe, is actually not a travel. It may seem a little bit unorthodox, but he actually has the ability to keep that foot off the ground as long as he wants. The time doesn't necessarily matter. That's one of those tricky things that you look at in officiating, and that was a call that I believe was missed.
Now Clemson trying to take advantage, and they are unable to. Sherrill scoops up the pinball.
That's a man's contest right there. You got 2 power forwards coming at it down low. Sherrill wins that matchup.
Clemson has shot just 33% from the floor. They trail by 14. It was as much as 19 in this half. Foster rims out a 3. They are now 2 for 12 from beyond the arc.
Well, Alabama has struggled to get a point in the last 2.5 minutes. They're going to have to see if they can run some longer sets and move the ball around. They've been successful when they share the ball. And there's a good individual effort as Labaron Philon says, I'll take over myself, with a beautiful move.
And maybe that's something Clemson is lacking a little bit this year. They, in recent years under Brad Brownell, have always had that go-to scorer. This year, still figuring out if and who that is on this team.
Well, we talked about so many newcomers on this team, and it does take some time to gel. This team has been strong playing together as a unit, but you do have to have someone to step up in the money time to make clutch shots.
Amari Allen taking all kinds of contact, swatted twice, wins it back. Millette extra pass, Bowen. And rebound won back by Zach Foster of Clemson. What an effort by Amari Allen. And this team was challenged today at shoot-around by Nate Oates, who knew what kind of fight they would get from Brad Brownell's Clemson Tigers. He said, we have got to rebound, and it's got to be all 5 guys on the floor.
And it's led with Amari Allen. He's a guy who's answered the challenge. He's flirting with a double-double here. 9 points and 7 rebounds, 2 assists to go along with it for the freshman.
You mentioned the scoring drop for Alabama. Tigers on a 2-minute one as well, and Sherrill keeps it going. Another swat for the big man. Bounce pass into Sherrill. Philon had it poked away, and one.
Nate Oates likes his team to shoot the ball early and often, but they've had a lot of discipline, which has led to the effective shooting.
Good rebound there by Carter Welling, and now here comes Hunter with numbers. Pushes it inside. Wallin with a two-hand jam.
Good job by Wallin recognizing the open spot in the defense. Alabama with a blown coverage gives up an easy dunk. A good sign for Clemson early.
Labaron Philon, a top 3 scorer in the SEC. Double digits in the first half. Off the mark there. Offensive rebound, Millette. Philon reloads. Alabama started the game by hitting its first 5 3-point shots. Meanwhile, Justin Porter on the board for the first time tonight for Clemson.
This is what Clemson has to do. I thought in the first half they were a little too methodical, only playing in the half-court set. They have to get up and down the court. There they are with 2 easy baskets, and they've already cut into this lead.
Alabama battle-tested this year. 4 games against top 25 opponents, 2 wins against top 10 teams. St. John's in Illinois. That's a strong take by Allen.
And an outstanding presence of mind by Amari Allen. Took a peek up at the shot clock, saw about 3.5 seconds to go, and realized he still had enough time to take it all the way to the basket.
Had almost a double-double in the first half. Porter has back-to-back buckets for a Clemson team that, too, has been battle-tested over the last week and a half of the season. Wins over West Virginia and Georgia at the Charleston Classic during the Thanksgiving holiday. But this, for sure, their toughest test of the young season to this point. A 7-1 Clemson team, top 30 in the net coming into the night. Philon with a tough take. Wanted a foul, won't get it.
Was a tough take, but a lot of time left in this ball game as Clemson's done some really good things to start off the second half. They've clearly made the adjustment. They'll have to continue to see if they can get things going offensively against a stingy Alabama defense.
There was a heavy dose of R.J. Godfrey in the paint in the first half for Clemson. That's where most of their offense came. Welling rejected, and it'll be Alabama basketball.
And it's Aiden Sherrill once again going up high with that rejection on Carter Welling.
He has 5 blocks tonight.
We talk a lot about his activity, but there he is. Great timing and extension for the sophomore. These are the possessions as Alabama looks to see if they can find the soft spot in the defense. Good defensive action by Clemson.
Post feed to Godfrey. He was fouled. Labaron Philon back on the floor, Richard. Bama without him on the wrong end of a 10-1 run.
Well, Alabama was effective when they moved the ball around the perimeter. You don't want to get into a hero ball situation to get back into this game. You want to continue to do what created the lead early on as Clemson's off and running.
Watch out. Hunter takes it to the rim, knifing past Philon, and all of a sudden, a 1-possession game in Tuscaloosa.
And you have to question, when is Nate Oates going to use the timeout? Takes it end to end, making this a 2-point ball game. But Philon drawing the foul, going to the line, get a chance to shoot for 2.
Second foul on Jake Wallin. Philon leads all scorers with 15 points. Playing with 3 fouls for a Bama team that is injury depleted tonight. No Aiden Holloway, no Latrell Reitzel Jr., no Keaton Bristow. And yet they lead a very good Clemson team by 2. It was as much as 19 in the first half, but the Tigers have chipped right back into this game.
A really good job right there by Nick Davidson. Slipped out of that side pick and roll action and was able to get freed up in the soft touch over the top.
Sherrill pulls it back out. Here's Allen, first collegiate start tonight. Step back 3 won't go. Good rebound effort by Houston Millette. And it is won back by Nick Davidson.
Nick Davidson doing some really good things, hustling for the defensive rebound. So I believe that ball touched off a Philon, and Clemson with an opportunity to tie or take the lead.
They have not led since it was 2-zip to start the game. Foster and Godfrey just juggled it and bounced it off his knee. 7th turnover of the night for Clemson.
The impressive thing that Clemson has done amidst with the turnovers is that they have continued to stick with their game plan. They know their style of ball that they play. They got down early, but they kept leaning on the defense and chipping away.
Talked in the first half about him deciding to remove his name from the 2025 NBA draft and return to Alabama. And Nate Oates told us, look, he's an Alabama kid, grew up in Mobile, felt this yearning to come back and lead an Alabama team to a place it's never been before and win a national championship.
Yeah, and such a talented player, a former Mr. Basketball in the state of Alabama on the high school level. So you know he has to have a lot of pride to play for the University of Alabama. But, you know, a tough decision that he had to make. Maybe a little bit easier in the current climate of college athletics. But nonetheless, you can see that he's taken a next step forward in his ability in his sophomore campaign.
Justin Porter back on the floor for Clemson. No good. Tap back won't go.
Momentum has started to shift back, not just in the scoring category when they were able to make some shots. Now it's starting to be the style of game that Clemson wants to play. It's going to turn into a physical style, getting on the offensive rebounding and try to pound it down low. It's a little bit easier to play when you're in this close space.
Narrowly missed by Philon. Chance to tie or take the lead for Clemson. Davidson using his size in the left hand is good. We are tied at 54.
And Clemson going to their identity, going to that high-low action. Godfrey dropping it off to Davidson, able to finish down low. But this is where Labaron Philon
Jr. so down a couple of bodies at the guard position. But now less than 12 minutes to go in this ACC-SEC meeting between two traditional powers in their respective conferences. Bo Bowen takes it to the cup. That's the first field goal for the Tide in the last 6 minutes.
That's what Alabama's going to need. Brad Brownell came out with the part of the chess match with his response. Nate Oates after the timeout able to dial up a bucket for the Tide.
3 of Alabama's 4 made buckets in the second half have come at the rim. Meanwhile, Nick Davidson, a strong take for the Tigers.
It's a physical player as Davidson initiated the contact, taking in there strong, able to finish soft off the glass.
Philon baseline kick out. Bo Bowen with less than 10 to shoot. Gives it up to Allen. 5 to go. Allen step through, floats it in. That was great body control by the 6'8" freshman from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Well, he muscled his way in there as Clemson with a really good defensive effort on the switch, but able to finish. And that right there is R.J. Godfrey just carving out real estate right in the paint, going over his left shoulder for the easy deuce.
14 points, 5 of 7 shooting. Philon rattles a 3. First of the second half for the Tide.
That 3 seems to get the people back into the building as Nate Oates is trying to get his team fired up.
A game-high 21 for Labaron Philon, who's had to wear the Teflon a little bit more tonight with some of those injuries to the Alabama backcourt.
Philon catching that with a lot of confidence, lining that one up. A big shot for Alabama to see a couple of them go in. 3 for 3 on their last 3 shots.
Wallin off the screen. 10 to shoot for Clemson. A kick ball on Bo.
Brownell results in 2 points and the ball for the Tigers.
Yeah, now Godfrey was going to go to the bench. He'll stay in for this side out of bounds from Justin Porter. Godfrey was 16 to lead all Tiger scores. Under 10 to play in Tuscaloosa. 1-point game for the Tide. Hunter floater is good. First lead for Clemson since it was 2-zip to start the game.
Well, the Tigers have clawed their way back into it. The beautiful shot, capitalizing after the appeal, knocking down 2 free throws and a bucket.
Philon. Oh, what a circus shot. He has 12 of Alabama's 19 second half points, and he's up to 24 on the night.
And Philon has definitely been the answer in the second half, but Alabama's going to have to find some point production elsewhere because the Clemson Tigers are definitely on a surge.
Davidson backing down Bo Bowen, and the left-handed shot put goes down.
And that's just a weight room move right there by number 11 in white, Nick Davidson. He took Bo Bowen right down up under the goal and put him in the basket.
Catch and shoot. Millette no good. Offensive rebound, Allen. Back out Bo Bowen. And Davidson secures the board. Here comes Hunter running the break. 3-on-2 for now. Inside feed to Wallin with a two-hand jam.
Alabama seems to be out of sorts, getting back in defensive transition all second half. And Wallin sneaks behind the defense once again.
Clemson trailed by as many as 19 in the first half, by far to the bench. That last foul on Justin Porter. He heads to the bench as well with a pair. Ace Buckner checks back in for Clemson, as does Butta Johnson, the UAB transfer. Philon the kick. Jemison a three.
That's a huge shot for Alabama, which has been the recipe in the first half. Get a piece of the paint and kick the ball out and knock it out. They're going to need to knock down some outside shots to get some breathing room.
Under 10 to shoot. Shot clock did not reset after the block. Johnson off the bounce.
This is a moment where Aiden Sherrill is going to have to be big for Alabama in the paint on both ends of the court.
Allen stripped. Buckner wins it back. Kick out Millette, three. So they trail by 2 with 7:15 to go.
Well, that is the identity of this Clemson Tiger program, is that they're not going to quit. They're going to continue to be scrappy and fight and play a physical brand of basketball.
Sherrill the offensive rebound. Philon probing. Great feed inside Sherrill, and he draws the foul on Godfrey. He's been exceptional defensively tonight with a handful of blocks for the Tide.
Well, he's going to have to be big time in the money time for Alabama. They're going to need some interior presence, as Clemson has come out shooting 70% in the second half. They flipped the script from what they did early on.
Dylan Hunter, floater, rims down.
Alabama's sitting back in that drop coverage, and Clemson has done a tremendous job of recognizing that, pulling up for those floaters in the mid-range. They'll take those all day.
Jamison with a strong take.
That's an impressive move by the freshman, London Jamison. Use that jab to create a little bit of space, puts it on the deck, and the extension with the left-hand finish.
Zach Foster off the bounce and the hammer. Whoa! Get up, young fellow. Crowd silencer. And Philon misses the three. Here comes Dylan Hunter. Kick out. But Johnson zips it into Davidson. Right hand won't go. Tapped around, secured by Sherrill.
This is where Alabama needs to be patient on the half-court set.
Crossover, Allen hangs and puts it down.
Or you can just cross your man up in transition and take him all the way to the basket. Great recognition by Amari Allen, getting downhill for the easy deuce.
%30 from the floor. They've completely flipped the script in the second frame. And it is back to a one-possession game. 4:35 to play in Tuscaloosa. Philon coast to coast. No, off the front end. And Millette the rebound. Bobo on a three. Bang!
That was a huge basket for Alabama, and it was created with the extra effort by Houston Millette, keeping that ball alive. Taylor Bowen stroking one to make it a 6-point lead for the tie.
Wallane splits. Foster corrals. Johnson a three. Got it from the corner.
Big shot for Butter Johnson, the Huntsville, Alabama native. Played for the legendary coach Jack Doss in Huntsville, Alabama.
Philon no-look pass. Rebound Wallane. Here comes Butter Johnson pushing the pace. Wallane off the bounce. Cannot finish. And last touch by the Tide. Now everybody, you can catch the start of our next game in this ACC SEC Men's Challenge on the app. Virginia and Texas will get you out there on ESPNU at the conclusion of this one. Wallane with a head of steam. Step through, floats, and a foul is called. And
this is a situation that coming out of that timeout, Alabama has to execute much better. Houston Millette shot an early, ill-advised three-pointer. You have to understand the tone of the game. This is a game where Clemson has fought back. You don't want to give them any gifts to get easy baskets late.
Clemson went on a 10-1 run in the second half with Philon on the bench when he picked up his third foul. He'll stay on with 4, and there's a foul. Team foul of the half on Bama. Bonus plus the rest of the way for Clemson, who right now is on an 8-0 run over the last minute and 20.
Alabama's got to move the ball around. You don't want to get into an isolation situation where the defense can watch you, but we're best. Takes a little bit of a bump.
He is closing in on a new season high. Has 27 tonight on 8 of 16 shooting. He is perfect from the line, 8 for 8, and he will go to the bench all night long despite trailing by 19. It's now just a 5-point game. Philon, jump pass to Allen, 5 to shoot. Allen in the paint. Over the top of Godfrey, won't go, and the rebound by the Georgia transfer.
Clemson came out showing a little bit of zone to confuse Alabama.
Clemson using a lot of time here on this possession. Hunter driving, blocked by Sherrill. Godfrey, no whistle. And now a whistle.